Hey, 76!
Big numbers, whole team kinda disappeared.
The NFL playoffs are upon us. It's the coach in Orlando, and you're tuned in to Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland...
Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And they said he would be a gym rat coming out of Boston College, and nothing has changed, and his play continues to get better as he rallies his team.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Still on his feet. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. James White, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They go right back to White here on first down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. James White with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. He knew what else he should.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. That will carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bahama. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Juju Smith-Schuster, 50 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. A beautiful fake. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Margus Hunt able to take him down. On second down, it's White. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. James White on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to...
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. In for the score. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes... and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Dawson tacks on the point after, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now White. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. 20! And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They keep it on the ground. White again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Here's White. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point try now for Dawson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This one fielded at the 5.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First down, here's White. Pushing tacklers, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then the kick.